Here we are out here for a beautiful gray day out in front of the house. This is the sidewalk, this is the parkway. You don't own this. You don't own this. You get a ticket for not mowing it. And I don't do surveys. Okay? This is the water meter going to the house in the parkway, which is a good place for it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's analog, so that's good for us. See that little red sprocket in there? That's a flow indicator. Some people call them cheater wheels or cheater paddles. They're very sensitive. You could have a leak that doesn't move that, but you're not likely to have a leak that doesn't move that. It's very sensitive. If you have a problem with your water bill, the water company comes out here and they got the name cheater wheel, cheater paddle, okay? You say, it's not us, so whatever. So that's it. If that's moving, you have a leak in your house. Not a sewer leak, a freshwater, potable water leak. So go look for it. You got a leaky flapper on your commode, or maybe the dishwasher's running, you got a droopy faucet, or it might be someplace you can't see. I hate to think that, but if you got that, that's moving, look for your leak. Over here, remember I was talking about the parkway? This is yours. That's not yours. The meter's not yours. This is yours. The lawn sprinkler check valve should be located over on your property, not on this property. I don't know if you're ever going to have a problem with it, but this is located in the wrong place. And that's what this is. This is the backflow check valve for your lawn sprinkler system. Now, 13 years ago, when this home was built, you weren't required to have a main shutoff valve to this system. All you needed was the isolation handles, which you do have. But this system was installed this morning. Of course, it would be on the right side of the yard, you gotta hope, and it would have a main shutoff valve. The irrigation box should have been lined with gravel, because see, that's allowed dirt to come in. You're supposed to have 3 inches of clearance underneath there, so you can get your hand around it, so that you can, work on it. So you have insufficient clearance underneath the check valve, and the handles, the isolation valve handles, those 2 handles right there, they're rusty. It hasn't been serviced. None of them are. That's okay. I'm not here to apologize for it. I'm here to hunt. See this white knob right here? Maybe we got another one. That is your main clean out to the house for the sewer. Now we're talking about the sewer. I can't find another one. It'd be nice if you had 2. And you might have one that's buried. I'm not going to dig it up, but you might have one that's buried. That's the main clean out to the house. This is the main shutoff valve. If you have a problem, you don't need a special key for this like you do the meter out there by the curb. You just reach in there and grab that rusty old handle. You think that's going to break off in your hand? I do. So you got a rusty handle on your main shutoff valve. And honestly, it should be excavated and lined with gravel. I don't know if I can code for that, but it should be. But regardless, that handle is not dependable. That handle is destined to fail. If the handle breaks off and you can't turn it, then you're going back out to the meter. Back out to the meter and turn it off there. This is the closest water exterior bib faucet. They call bib faucets. It's the closest one to the meter. And what we're looking for is between 40 and 80 psi. You don't want too little water pressure, and you don't want too much water pressure either. You don't. Wow. Okay, well, you're having fun now. You go stop. There you go. Stop. Oh, we're going about 75 psi. 75 psi. That's good. And we'll let that sit there for a while. I gotta come back and undo it. I gotta come back and fix that. Take it off. After that much pressure, I'm gonna probably use a wrench. I'm old and weak. Okay. Now that's the water, but let's just take it a little farther because we already addressed it. Oh, I'm leaving that open to take a picture. Keep up, bud. Keep up. Alright, this is the lawn sprinkler control. In the garage, the home faces north for the purpose of this inspection report. On the inside garage, east interior wall. What are we missing here? Instructions. I don't have any instructions. What are we missing here? The zones. I don't know. Zone 1 goes to what? So you're supposed to have operational instructions and you're supposed to have zone labeling next to this. And this is a receiver for a weather sensor, but I can't find a weather sensor. If I can find one, I'm going to bring it up to you. If I can find one, we will bring that up. But until one is found, located, you don't have a weather sensor. So if it rains like today, if it freezes over, I mean, you could have a problem. You're supposed to have them. Obviously, you're supposed to have them because you have the sensor up here, the receiver, excuse me.